Flying budget with a toddler sounds like a nightmare, right? Well, we just did it. Manila to Cebu on AirAsia with our toddler. And it was honestly smoother than we expected. Here's our experience and the things you need to know before you book. Let's get started. Hi there, fellow travelers. In this video, we will be sharing our experience with flying with our toddler and particularly with our recent travel, which is in AirAsia. So this is based on our personal experience and flying with our 3-year-old toddler. And I know marami sa inyo, especially for the first time flyers with your babies and toddlers, has a lot of concern. So this small guide might help you. So there will be times na talagang iiyak yung baby or toddler nyo, and it's okay. It's part of traveling, so don't get afraid. Most people don't really care or has empathy towards you, so wag kabahan. And without further ado, here are our tips. So tip number 1 is to book the seats that actually matter. One tip I highly recommend for families flying with small kids is to book a window seat for your toddler. From our experience, having something to look at, especially during takeoff and landing, really helps keep our toddler curious, entertained, and occupied. I also highly recommend checking in online to your airline's app or website as early as possible. This gives you a chance to check your seat assignments ahead of time and make sure everyone in the family is seated together. Now, if you notice the seats are separated, you still have some time to change or select seats before heading to the airport. These are simple things, but when you're flying with a toddler, anything that makes the trip a little smoother definitely helps. Usually, especially with AirAsia, they kind of seat families together. So, in our experience, we don't need to book extra since tatlo kami. My wife, my toddler, and me. We are always seated together. In case that you checked in early, makikita nyo na naman yung seating arrangement nyo and you aren't together, don't hesitate to ask the flight attendants or the booking counters so they can seat you together. So tip number 2, what to bring. When flying with a toddler, it's really tempting to pack everything you think you might need. But for us, there are really just 3 non-negotiables in the carry-on. First, snacks. Bring a few for your toddler's favorites, especially ones that are easy to eat and not too messy. Second, always bring at least one complete change of clothes. Spills, accidents, or even motion sickness can happen. So having an extra shirt, shorts, or underwear can really save the day. Third, bring one small new toy or activity that they never seen before. The novelty alone can keep them entertained much longer than a toy they already played with every day. So for us, non-negotiable is a new toy. It can be just like a coloring book, so you don't need to spend extra. Anything that's new, like even a small toy, and you show it to your toddler once on your flight. So another tip is our toddler isn't really addicted to smartphones or tablets, but we do have a tablet for her, and there are several shows that she is particularly fond of. So pro tip ko sa YouTube, you can download it in advance. So even if you're in air, there's no signal, there's no data, you can still watch the video. So tip number 3, baggage rules most parents don't know. First, know what's actually free. Most budget airlines let you bring a stroller or car seat without it eating into your check-in allowance. But the rules are specific, so you really have to check with your airlines.
In our experience, airlines, even budget airline carriers like AirAsia, are not too strict on this as long as you aren't carrying a huge bag full of items. Usually, the baby bag that we have is around 6 to 7 kilograms, containing our toddler's milk, water, food, and snacks.
A lot of families with toddlers don't really know about this, but free yung stroller nyo. Even the bag, baby bag, or the bag of your toddler where your milk and yung mga foods nila, that's free. That's not included in the 7 kilograms. So, no need to purchase any additional fees for that or baggage allowance. Another tip is yung stroller. You can actually have it tagged at the counters, but you can bring it all the way up to the gates. So, once you're at the gate and you're about to board, you can leave your stroller there before the door. And we've done it several times across multiple aircrafts as long as you have a baggage tag already on your stroller. So tip number 4, probably a lot of parents has this concern, is yung takeoff and landing, and of course the pressure change.
The trick is simple. Get your toddler drinking something during takeoff and landing. The swallowing is what pops their ears and stops the pain. For us, we just timed her milk or her water for exactly when the plane started climbing. She was so focused on drinking, she didn't even notice her ears. Barely a single tear.
To be honest, at this part, you really can't do anything if your toddler will cry. Aside from, carrying them, making sure that you get them to at least calm them down during the inconvenience to their ears. So, rest assured, most people flying as well will empathize with you. Of course, it's already hard traveling with a toddler and baby, so I'm pretty sure unless siguro talagang they have some kind of issues with the crying toddlers and babies. In all our flights, we have never encountered a person like that. So you'll see some in YouTube or social media, but that's a rare occurrence. So tip number 5 is our biggest time saver, and that's actually having the baby bag ready.
One thing we learned when flying with a toddler is to always keep the baby bag somewhere you can easily reach it. Avoid putting it deep inside the overhead compartment if possible, because you never know when you'll suddenly need something. Keep essentials like tissues, wet wipes, diapers, snacks, a change of clothes, and a few small toys somewhere when you can easily grab them. It sounds like a small thing, but having everything within arm's reach can be a huge time saver, especially when your toddler suddenly needs something in the middle of the flight.
So this baby bag that you have or your toddler's bag will have everything that they need: wet wipes, tissues, yung snack nila, like even toys, small toys that will take their mind off or will get them busy across the flight. So make sure you have this bag with you. You can place it underneath the seat, and even on takeoff, you can leave it there. No need to put it at the stowage luggage up of your seat.
Bonus tip: take advantage of the free kids play area. Here's a bonus tip that can be a lifesaver if you arrive at the airport early. NAIA Terminal 2 and 3 have free kids play areas you can check out while waiting for your flight. Instead of having your toddler sit at the boarding gate for an hour or letting them run around the terminal, you can give them some time to play and burn off some energy before boarding. We found this especially helpful because after playing for a while, our toddler was a little more relaxed once we got on the plane. So, if you're traveling through Terminal 2 or 3, look for the kids or kiddie travelers play area before heading to your gate. It's free, keep the kids entertained, and gives your parents a little break as well.
So that's our experience with our toddler. If you have any other suggestions or if you want to share your experience, please comment down below. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more travel tips and guides.